here are the new hoses. This hose here, for some unknown reason, we've got a 90 degree, and we've also got some different clips. This tool here, which is a flexible drive. However, this end here, nothing fits in it. Everything spins. So this is £8 worth of rubbish. They don't fit. If you have a look, it just looks awful as well, because all this is largely junk. Hello everybody, welcome back to the rebuild of the TZR. I have more stuff done and what looks like just a very small amount of stuff to do. This basically gets us in a position where we can start putting, test fitting the fairings and stuff like that. So looking at the list, all pretty straightforward. One thing that's not on the list that I need to do is that when I get the electrics back, I need to just resync the power valves, the oil pump and the carbs, just to make sure. I took everything off as a complete unit, so I shouldn't need to, but I'll do it anyway just to be sure, and also show you how to do that. Everything looks pretty straightforward apart from the next item on the list, which is the thermostat removal, which will, because this list is in reverse, be the thermostat installation. And I've got some new hoses for that. But before I start with that, I'm going to need to clean the ends of the thermostat up so they're going to seal properly, because they're a little bit rusty and I did have some problem getting the old hoses off. So let's do that first. So this is the thermostat and these things are quite rusty, so I need to clean them off. Here are the new hoses. And this hose here, for some unknown reason, we've got a 90 degree. Maybe I'll be able to straighten that or work with the piece that we've got. But everything else seems to fit, seems to be the right size. And we've also got some different clips, because these clips cut into silicone, which is what these hoses are. So rather than these ones that have these serrations on them, I've got some new clips which we're going to try as well. So the first thing to do is just take all these things off and then try and clean these up a little bit. I'll use a Scotch-Brite wheel. If that fails, I'll use brass brush on a Dremel. That one's not too bad. It's not too bad. I'll just clean these up. It's this one really that needs the most work on it. The rest I think are actually okay. Okay, I think that'll do. That's a lot better than it was. So it'll be fitting onto smooth metal rather than wobbly rust. Okay, so now the thermostat's on, the power valves can get connected as well. So there's the hose that came off here. I've just loosened this off. Now I've got the power valve connected, so we can feed this over those two, and there are special clips. I'll go and get those. Right, so I've got the tubes and these clips that look absolutely monstrous. I did have a tool, this tool here, which is a flexible drive. However, this end here, nothing fits in it, everything spins. So this is £8 worth of rubbish. I won't put the link in the description. Right, let's try and test fit some of these. That's bloody huge. Well, we'll try doing those up a bit. These are definitely the wrong ones. Although they look as if they're really smooth on the inside, they just don't fit. If you have a look, it just looks awful as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order some other ones, and we'll leave that and we'll just go on with the rear electrics, because all this is largely junk. Right, on with this. Let's get these on. Right, I'll get the larger screwdriver to tighten those up, but while we're here I'll get the cover on the alternator as well. And start getting these connected. This is the kickstand cut-off switch. And we just need a customer for this last hole here, which I think will be this one. So we'll get some cable ties on around here and get this tied up nice and secure to the frame. It's good enough for now. Now let's get the rear subframe back on. That's better, isn't it? There's probably some torque values I need to find out from that, but the next thing to do is rear electrics and ECU. Well, that's the Zeel back on. Okay, it's looking much more like a motorcycle now. Let's get some of these connections in. This is the flasher unit. Luckily these are all coded, so I can plug them into the right places. Always connectors the best chance. There's a clip here that goes in here. And these 3 wires. I'll check back and have a look which way around they went. That's the Zeel all done. And we're probably looking at getting the glove box on next. This is why it's really important to get the extra lead with the Zeel controller, because then this can go in the glove box and you can use this, whereas with all this stuff on you can't get back to the Zeel to plug in, so it's better this way round. Right, let's tighten these up. And that is all done. I'm going to get the front calipers, well the front brakes entirely, and put them back on the bike. Right. Let's rest these up here for the minute and get this mounted. Right, now on both of these, it's one side. Now on the other side. This one goes up here. And the last 2 electrical connections that we have are on the brake switch. It feels good. Right, these discs are, sorry, the brake calipers are 3.5 kilograms. Yeah, 3.5 kilograms, which is 34 Newton meters on a 12-inch socket. Let's get that set up, and we can get those front brake calipers squared away. And while I'm here, I'm just going to check the torque on those bolts there, because This has come back from Maidstone Motor Liner. They've done everything up, but they don't know the specific torque values, so I'll just check that with them. Done. Let's get the thermostat connected. That's on as well. So that is all the electrical connections apart from the front. Now I was going to plumb everything in, get the electrics going again, but I think that's probably not a good idea because I've got to take these hoses out, and that's going to disturb the power valves. What I want to do is, with the exhaust pipes off and the radiator off, is plug in the battery, power up the Zeel, test the opening and closing of the power valves, check all of the connections for the throttle, make sure everything's okay, so oil pump, power valves, carb throttles, make sure all that's good. And I can't really do that and then button it up if I'm going to be taking the thermostat out again to get the proper hose clips on. So we'll have to leave that till next time. So just a little tour of what we've got left to go on. The exhaust flanges and gaskets, those can go on. We have a bracket for the fairing. We're sorting those out. We know we'll do something with those. Exhaust pipes, front stay, airboxes, seat, and then it is literally just a matter of starting to put all the fairing back on. So I'm really excited about that. I think this is really close. So one more episode and we'll have a smoker again. How about that? All right, take care.